Okay, I'm back, and it's July 23rd still, and this reading is going to be devoted to Donald Trump and how it's going to go for him for the rest of the month. So this will be for the July 23rd through the 31st, and my layout's going to be a little bit odd, but it works for me with what I want to know. So I'm going to do 5 cards on the top to give guidance about what's hanging over him, what he doesn't have control over, and then 5 cards below, which will show what he's actually doing. You know, because he says a lot, but he does different things, and you know, he works by distraction immensely. That's his MO. So let's do the 5 cards first for what he has no control over. Wow. Okay. And 5 cards for what he does have control over and what he's actually doing. What is he doing? Okay. Let's get these framed up. And I'll try to let go of my OCD here. It's funny, I get them straight on my table, but they're not straight in frame, so I apologize when that happens if it bugs you guys too. Okay, so what is hanging over him? And I'm going to read these in relationship with each other, and then a summary, most likely. So he has no control over judgments coming down, people that are judging him harshly based on pacts and agreements that he's made, and you know, where he's put his passion and energy into, what he cares about. People have judgment over him as to what he cares about, and obviously what he does not care about. And here we are, you know, USA. This could relate to, you know, Mother Russia. This could be a Mother Russia card. And the moon is definitely, most definitely in his, I wouldn't read this, you know, if I was doing a reading for you guys, but, you know, with him, it's definitely deception. And he's afraid, you know, he has control over his fears and what he does in the nighttime, but what does he do in the nighttime? Is he talking to Putin on the phone? What does he do? You know, what is this about? And then on another level, he has no control. If we were to read it for just the USA, he doesn't seem to have any control over nurturing our creativity, getting us back on track with, you know, with this pandemic that's going on, which is worse now than it ever was, and it seems to be getting worse by the day. And it may be keeping him up at night, and he has no control over that. He has no control over him being able to sleep soundly nowadays, it looks like. But this can be a card of, you know, subterfuge and obfuscation, you know, deception, creating illusion, distraction, so that, you know, this makes sense. That makes sense there. But yeah, you know, darn if he would just, you know, the Mr., you know, I'm so rich businessman, if he could get us on track. But no, he can't, because it's all been a big farce all his life. Okay, so the government, this relates to the government. It also can relate to, now you know, again, I would read this completely differently if it were for one of us, but in this situation, I always have to go with the context. To me, this relates to the government, who has keys, you know, the control, power. So he really doesn't have the control that he wants to have, and that he's keeping secret. He has secrets. The government knows about his secrets. Many in the government know about his secrets. Many are in cahoots with him. You know, he has his partnerships, and we know who they are. And, you know, of course, we have Bill Barr's protecting him, enabling him. Bill Barr, Mitch McConnell, maybe that's who these two guys are here. I don't know. But regardless, you know, with the big picture, the government's, you know, looming down on him and his secrets. People in high places with power are looking into him in ways that he does not want to be seen. Okay, and of course, about his money, loans and gifts, money laundering, you know, what money has gone into Saudi Arabia and why? What does he have going on in other places, and what is he trying to get away with? I mean, if we just look at, you know, this is like a little Russian hat dude, kind of, you know? I mean, what's he trying to get away with? This is hanging over him, and he can't do anything about this. But what he does have control over is the Department of Justice under Bill Barr. So he's, and he has all those attorneys that he has hired to try and, you know, hide this, to try and throw out the people who have been investigating him. And he's been successful with quite a little bit of that. And then he does, moving further, you know, towards the end of the month, he does have control over, you know, whether he's going to grieve his losses. Could he possibly grieve all the deaths that have happened in all over the world, even not just the USA, but all over the world? Could he drop into his grief and feel the pain that he's causing, or that he hasn't prevented? You know, I mean, he threw out the whole plan, the whole pandemic plan that was created way ahead of him. You know, all he had to do would have been to adopt that plan, but no, he had to throw out anything and everything that had Obama's name on it. So, you know, of course that went. And, you know, and so, but, you know, is he helping in any way? Is he trying to get money together to, you know, help? Is the GOP really trying to help us? Or are they just trying to enrich their, you know, their cronies with all these corporations that have taken, you know, loans out that don't even have to be paid back, that are forgivable loans? There's so much corruption going on right now that it's government corruption going on right now. And he's, you know, the abundance of the USA is corrupt. It's corrupt. It's under corrupted powers right now. So these are real problems, and this is hanging over him, and he can't do anything about it. The only power he does have would be to firm up his alliances, create distraction and illusion, keep secrets, try and control the judicial system, the Department of Justice, and any place else he probably can, and or you know, that he absolutely can. And then he does have control over trying to manage his disappointments, trying to go for what he does want, you know. But could he cross the bridge here to a new life and grieve the, you know, the losses that he has created? Will he? I really doubt it. I've never seen him seem to be sorry. He doesn't take responsibility for anything. He will not. He refuses to take responsibility for anything. So that's, to me, that's very sad. So, yeah. Okay, so this is just to the end of the month, and that's about all I see. So, you know, again, it's like Rachel Maddow says, you know, you really have to pay attention to what he does, not what he says. But then again, you know, it's nice to see if those two are congruent in any way. Usually are not, but so as far as like sending all of these you know, these goons into federal to try and protect federal you know, buildings, I'm not seeing, well, You know what? I think that's that's just the big distraction away from what's going on with him and his finances and what he's really trying to get away with. Yeah, in summary, that's what I'm going to end with, is just that him bringing the, Border Patrol and all these other, militia, unidentifiable militia, bringing them in to trying so-called, create law and order. I think it's going to be a disappointing endeavor for him. Like, could it be like just the last straw where people, just the last few, of the GOP that are on his side, could they finally just turn and, turn their backs on him? Is that possible? That would be wonderful. Yeah, he's defended. He's feeling very defensive. Yeah, just all these ridiculous forces he's bringing together just to try and protect his money. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I have with this one. Thank you guys for subscribing and sharing and liking. I appreciate it so much. And take good care. Okay, bye.